That is the other part of the river system in our country. Now we have taken that is earlier we discussed the perennial rivers ante Himalayan rivers gurinchi tikkinama. All those perennial rivers flowing throughout the year without having any such kind of problem, like that we discussed the river Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, like that we said. Then the peninsular rivers, and comparatively this perennial rivers, and this also can be called as a non-perennial కూడా అంటాం మనం. Non-perennial అజీవ నదులు అంటుంటాం మనం. And comparatively the perennial rivers, non-perennial rivers having the largest drained area. Largest drained area means these rivers, their tributaries, channels and streams, canals together drained, spreading the network. The network is larger than these rivers, and comparatively, and mostly these rivers also playing important role in facilitating the agriculture land more fertility. By carrying that silt, sand, sediment, rocks, stones together makes the much more flexible, the flat, the most fertility, nutritious land, like that, making these rivers. And majority part of this the peninsular rivers are flowing west to east. West to east flowing here. And one more question they will ask generally, that is name the east flowing rivers. And what are those east flowing rivers are there here, which we know all of us: river Krishna, river Godavari, river Mahanadi, river Kaveri. Some important, these rivers are east flowing rivers. Then we are having the other one is west flowing rivers, also having west flowing. Which are the west flowing rivers? River Narmada, river Tapati. Tapati అంటాం, సింపుల్ గా తప్తి తప్తి అంటూ కూడా అంటుంటారు. తపతి, సాబర్మతి అండ్ మాహి. వన్ మార్క్ లో జనరల్ అడుగుతుంటాడు. వెస్ట్ ఫ్లోయింగ్ రివర్స్ అండ్ ఈస్ట్ ఫ్లోయింగ్ రివర్స్, and all these rivers are non-perennial rivers only. We may going to face the shortage, acute shortage also in a summer season, in a throughout year, in a few months we may use to face the shortage of this rivers water. These are all the peninsular rivers only. But the part of the peninsular rivers only, some rivers are there. Chambal, Son, Chambal, Son, and this kind of the rivers, a part of the peninsular plateau, but actually they belong to the river Ganga. Means river Ganga concerned tributaries only we may also consider, but we used to discuss under the peninsular river system only, under the non-perennial only, but originally not in a peninsular part of India, but they belongs to the river Ganga. Means river perennial river, the Ganga tributaries they used to belonging, that is river Chambal and the Son, like that kind of the rivers are there here. So let us see, and how many are there under the peninsular rivers. Most important rivers only we discuss as per our syllabus. Here the most important rivers are there here, that is the river Godavari, river Krishna, river Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Mahanadi. The most three important peninsular rivers in peninsular part of India, in peninsular plateau of India, flowing there here, and which may not going to be find sufficiently throughout the year the water. We may going to find the shortage also. Except of course in rainy season might be over flooded, might be overflows. But all the years we don't expect the floods, no. All the years we don't expect that sufficient water, no. So you might have now asking, sir, at present the rivers are overflowing, sir. This Krishna, Godavari, Mahanadi, and causing floods, no, sir. And we don't find the shortage, no, sir. Means this year we got it. All the years 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the years, are you getting like this kind of a heavy rainfall? Are you getting this kind of the overflowing of the rains with this rivers? No. Very few times only used to be found the majority part of the quantity of the water will be the more. Very less years only. And suppose we got and fortunately this year we got sufficiently the rainfall so that rivers also overflowing and causing also damage and causing also floods and much more we are suffering at present this one, but not all the ways. But we need to appreciate the only that is the river Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra. They don't face the shortage. And mostly this river Brahmaputra sometimes used to causes the floods and much more damage to the Assam state. Let us take the one by one the rivers here. River Ganga, River Godavari. River Godavari, 1465 kilometers length. The largest and the longest river among the peninsular rivers. In the peninsular plateau of India, among the peninsular rivers and the largest river. But after the Ganga only, means you can say that is the second largest river in India, means that is our Godavari. Largest, second place we got it after Ganga. But in peninsular plateau, in peninsular rivers, first place we are giving. 1465 kilometers length this river Godavari is flowing, originating in Nasik district, Maharashtra. In Nasik district, I said the location is Trayambak. Trayambakeshwar Tutamam, simple. Trayambak, in that region, in that location, Nasik district, Maharashtra, originating this river Godavari. And this river Godavari also we used to worship as a goddess. And the oldest river also we used to say. And in view of that only we used to refer this one also as a Vriddha Ganga. Vriddha Ganga. ఇంకొకటి దక్షిణ్ గంగా అని అంటాం. దక్షిణ్ గంగా also we can say. And some of the most important tributaries are there related this one. What are the most important tributaries are there here? Manjira, Dandi, Manjira, Dandi, and Vainganga, Vainganga. Penganga, Venganga, Penganga, and as well as Pranahita, Kinnerasani, Pranahita, Kinnerasani. Important tributaries, these are all can be referred as tributaries. Tributaries: Manjira, Dandi, Vainganga, Penganga, Pranahita, Kinnerasani. So these are all the can be referred as the tributaries of this river Ganga. And also being as the world is through traditional manner in a very long back framed form, this river they used to be called as Vriddha Ganga. Vriddha, and it's a old age, old, చాలా oldest rivers అంటే Vriddha Ganga అని చెప్పేస్తాను. ఓల్డ్ పర్సన్ మనం వృద్ధుడు అంటుండే, that is Vriddha Ganga. And as well as the Dakshin Ganga కూడా అంటారు దీన్ని, because here we are having southern part of India and south ని దక్షిణ అంటుంటాం, దక్షిణ భారతదేశం అంటుంటాం. So Dakshin Ganga ante river Ganga, how like we are all worshipping as a goddess, worshipping as a soul of the Hindus, as a some goddess like that, they used to be considered as a Ganga, they compared as a Dakshin Ganga. Dakshin Ganga, they used to be compared this river Ganga, they here this river Godavari they compared with the river Ganga, 1465 kilometers. And this river is flowing not only in Maharashtra but also it network also flowing in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana state, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana state, and as well as the Karnataka also. Not only Karnataka, even Madhya Pradesh, even Chhattisgarh also. Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and even Odisha ante Orissa. Even in the Pondicherry, Pondicherry present name మారిపోయింది మనం, పుదుచ్చేరి అంటున్నాం. పాండిచ్చేరి, ఒడిషా, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, తెలంగాణ, కర్ణాటక, మధ్యప్రదేశ్, ఛత్తీస్గఢ్, these many states flowing the river Godavari and that its tributaries మొత్తం కలిపెట్టినాం. Not only that main river but also its tributaries also flowing in all these states. Nearly 6 to 7 states we used to appreciating, we used to be saying that it drained and drained area. We used to be referred as a drained area, means mostly facilitating and carrying the alluvial soil. Alluvial soil. The alluvial soil, while the river Godavari and its tributaries while flowing, they used to carry the nutritious, the most valuable and the most useful sediments, and together the silt, stones, rocks, sand, together that kind of the material only can be referred as a alluvial soil. And while flowing different parts, regions, they used to deposit and they used to make the most fertile region. They were made that one as the most fertile. And that is we used to be referred as a delta region. Delta prantam, Godavari delta, Godavari delta region. And this river also drained, joining in the Bay of Bengal join upon. Bay of Bengal, this river Godavari joining there. So this river Godavari played a very important role, and in our state, మన తెలంగాణ స్టేట్ లో కూడా in which parts flowing here? In Telangana state, we can found Adilabad district, Karimnagar, Khammam, Warangal, Adilabad. In all these districts also we can found this river Godavari. And especially ఈ ఆదిలాబాద్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ లో మనకు బాసరా ఉంది, అక్కడ ఎంటర్ అవుతుంది. బాసరా in Adilabad district we used to presume as the most sanctity, చాలా పవిత్రమైన రివర్ గా sanctity, or simply you can say that the holy అంటాం, పవిత్రమైన holy river అంటాం. Especially we the both Telugu speaking states, they used to be considered a holy river, and throughout India the holy river they used to be considered that the river Ganga throughout India. Especially northern part of the India, the people they used to presume as the most sanctity, the purity, and that is having the holy river as a goddess. They used to presume that is the North Indian people, ante northern plains region lo ఉన్న states they used to be presumed. But in general in our states, Telugu both states, and they used to be considered this Adilabad and Karimnagar, Khammam, Warangal. In all these districts also we can found related the tributaries of this river Ganga, river Godavari, and as well as river Godavari also playing an important role, especially facilitating also in generating the hydel power and facilitating the much more the agriculture lands also by fulfilling the requirement of the most fertile soil. And ikkada manaku we are having here on this river Godavari only we are having the Nizam Sagar project undi manaku Adilabad district, aa Manjira river paina kattar, on the river Manjira only we are having that Nizam Sagar dam undi manaku akkade we are constructing there here, the very important. And as well as in our state also majority part of the tributaries are facilitating not only for irrigation, ante irrigating the lands antam, not only for the agriculture purpose, even for the domestic and drinking water purpose also, and we are much more utilizing this river Godavari. Is it clear ma'am? So that is the longest river gane kaakunda, and especially deltas are forming and mostly benefiting this river Godavari, that is Andhra Pradesh. Being as concentrating and joining in the Andhra Pradesh, and we are having a large number of the dams, reservoirs, canals, prides, its tributaries based we constructed. So that and all the draining as a delta region, the more fertile, the mostly fertile they used to be bringing, they used to be causing the much more agriculture production in this part of the region there here. So about this is the river Godavari. The next peninsular river is the river Krishna. And that river Krishna and Godavari both are having their birthplace, their origination place is Maharashtra only. Both this river Godavari and Krishna, both birthplace same state Maharashtra. Sometimes they will ask comparatively describe, explain the river Godavari, Krishna. Why? Because means their birthplace and originating place is same, originating state. In view of that only they used to refer this one as, but the place is different here. Place is different here, and river Krishna is in Maharashtra only, that is Mahabaleshwar anta. in Mahabaleshwar, there here originating. And this river Krishna 1400 kilometers length flowing. 1400 kilometers. Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka. In all these states, this river Krishna is flowing 1400 kilometers, the peninsular part of India. And this river Krishna also and much more makes fertile, means the larger area brought under the drained. And then drained under that is the fertile. Fertility, much more bringing that is the fertility and the nutritious values of the soil. Much more the nutritious values of the soil, much more bringing this one there here. But thing is, we are having in a comparatively sharing of the water. Sharing of these states, rivers, Maharashtra gani, AP gani, Telangana gani, Karnataka gani, sharing of the waters, the disputes having. We are having the disputes and the differences related sharing of this water, especially river Krishna and as well as even Godavari also. Both these two rivers are much more causing the disputes. Once asked and write the disputes related the water sources in between the different states and general question in between the two states especially. Tarvata Karnataka would join in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. These three states are quarreling each other and in sharing of this river. Actually, manakunai agreements, contracts, understanding, this and all is there. TMC, this much the TMC go to the Maharashtra, Karnataka, this and all is there. But still, the state government that concerned unauthorizedly, illegally, they are laid down, constructing that dams, pipes, reservoirs, and facing the problem. In view of that, on the courts also cases filed. And the disputes, differences from that border, this border also has been much more the politics and played important in sharing of this river Krishna and Godavari. So that is why, and a number of the times in Supreme Court also the cases filed related to so and so the dam, a Koyana dam, or that is a Bobli dam constructed without permission, without consultation, by using the river Krishna water without permission of our state. Like this, these two states are quarreling. So this kind of the disputes, the much more going on to be continuing various parts of the country. Not only these two rivers, number of the rivers are there in sharing the water, and they are much more having that quarrel, differences, disputes together. How like they used to solve, and we are having one case study also related this river Krishna and one its tributary Tungabhadra. One case study also we are having, and there we will discuss and how like these states will resolve that problem, how like this one is drained, and how like this drained part is made much more useful for the different parts of the districts, localities, regions of these two states. We will discuss later. Is it? No, we will continue that. Right.